category. As always, make some noise please as we welcome our referees.
You get to enjoy the corresponding semi-final. Mohamed Khalil JENDOUBI against Ireland's Jack WOOLLEY. And I'm sure there's plenty back in South Dublin cheering him on. Likewise, well, JENDOUBI, will he be the main man from Tunisia in this one? A couple of seconds to find out, and waiting somewhere is Park Tae-jun.
In blue from Tunisia, Mohamed Khalil JENDOUBI.
Well, here he comes. Always full of smiles, a very friendly fighter. Unless, of course, you're going against him, the African champion. And, of course, with that success at the Olympic Games there, Sarah, he's got that quality.
100%, yeah, I've been watching him today and he's been really on form and such a tall athlete for this weight as well, John.
And his opponent's competing in red from
tall
Ireland, Jack WOOLLEY.
But will he be standing tall against the top man from Tala, the Jobstown fighter? Can he get the job done here? Well, WOOLLEY looks confident, composed. That win against Syrian Ravi, the Frenchman who won the Paris Grand Prix, I'm sure will have been a delight to his coach there, Robert Taft, just coming in to the screen there. And of course, they will know all about JENDOUBI. They were at the Olympic Games themselves, the first ever Irish fighter to do that.
Incredible. I mean, he's got a lot of support here from the British crowd, the Irish, the English, the Welsh, the Scottish. They're all here supporting Jack. We know how hard he works. You know, we've not a massive amount of support network around him versus the Great Britain squad. So I know the parents and the kids in the crowd are really supporting him as well. But it's been 4 years since Jack got a medal in the Grand Prix, and that was a bronze. So he's on par now. So let's hope he can do one better.
Can he indeed go one better? We get to find out. A pleasure to have you with us. It's been a long time since we've been able to enjoy top-class Taekwondo, certainly in your company. A few years of impasse with nothing, but a few seconds pass with nothing on the board. JENDOUBI tries to come forward with the punch. The judges like it.
I think he's woke the judges up then.
You could hear the power of that shot in the back of the arena as Jack WOOLLEY tries to come forward. Good push and block from the Irish fighter in red.
Tense start, but rushing in a little bit there, and JENDOUBI was right on that. Didn't score, but you can see how as he rushed in, just taking that body shot. So Jack WOOLLEY has to be careful.
Yeah, he most certainly does, because JENDOUBI, you mentioned, standing at just a shade under 6 foot tall. He's got the long limbs, but the speed off the spot, Sarah.
And the strength as well. I mean, obviously it's not easy for them to make this weight category, but he has got that strength as well.
Well, the strength of character evident from Jack WOOLLEY. As you mentioned, a popular fighter. Can he get something on the board to give JENDOUBI something to think about halfway through?
Okay, taking it to 1-1 now. I'm sure making Jack a little bit more comfortable, but I think for me, that control is still there from JENDOUBI, right, putting Jack right at the edge of the ring.
And edging into the lead, JENDOUBI with just a little shot under the guard. 3-1 up for the Tunisian.
And there's that front leg from the Tunisian as he rushed in. Still no score, so good cover from Jack.
Yep, and the Gam John will help. 1 point game, just over half a minute.
I think there has to be a second action from Jack. He's just one kick, no second action. And another 2 points to JENDOUBI, 5-2. There has to be something more now from Jack if he wants to try and take this round.
Tries to take the punch on the inside, walks into the front leg, gets it. 4 point game. Tough stuff from the Tunisian. Well, Mohamed JENDOUBI, the Tunisian Olympic silver medalist. Well, he lost to Syrian Ravi in Paris. He's determined not to lose out to Jack WOOLLEY here. Throws the reverse. Good block from the young Irishman. Doubling up the guard jumps on the way through there. But the man from Dublin has work to do. He's a round down. The reason for that, JENDOUBI, game plan perfect.
Yeah, you can see he just controlled that round, did exactly what he wanted to do, didn't really let Jack WOOLLEY do too much, didn't really let him have that second action, so Jack has to really work out how he can do something else now. What can he do different?
Well, that'll be the conversation he'll be having with Robert Taff. This of some of the highlights, of course.
Nice calming words from his coach. Sometimes you don't always need tactics, you know, sometimes one or two things, but then just calm, you have time. Just giving you that little bit of a minute, that little bit of a love and attention is really important, I think. For me, it was anyway.
Oh, you can see it's certainly the case for WOOLLEY. WOOLLEY or won't he in this one? Robert Taff, the Irish coach, is an architect to trade. Have they built a plan here on which they can get something going? The Gamjon, a nod there from JENDOUBI, because Mohamed JENDOUBI, all to fight for here. Front leg hook kick, not far away from the Irishman.
Yeah, a better start from Jack, definitely. Just using a bit more variation on that front leg. A good punch from JENDOUBI, but the referees did not like that one.
WOOLLEY coming forward, just eyeballing JENDOUBI on the way through there. Good clinch work, and that will suit.
Good front leg to the blind side, which is the back. But again, too much time. JENDOUBI just controlling the ring a little bit for me.
Yeah, the Tunisian tenacity evident. WOOLLEY just been put on the back foot here as we move towards the latter stages of what could be the clinching second round. Well, we know that Park Tae-jun is waiting in the final, but not waiting for an opportunity to create another Gamjon. Good work from WOOLLEY. Bang Jin-hyun gives the Gamjon.
Clashing with his knee there, so obviously there's a danger to injure your opponent, so that's why he was given the Gamjon, but he doesn't like that, so he's had to do a little bit more than just try and control the ring. He's getting a little bit more scrappy now. Jack looks a little bit more comfortable in this round.
Yeah, a very adept counter fighter is Jack WOOLLEY, but Mohamed JENDOUBI only needs, as we know, the double bonus points. Can he get a little back leg turning kick in for the first time in this one? He's got half a minute.
Both athletes not really trying to do too much in that short distance. We call that the clinch. And I think it's difficult as well for JENDOUBI. He's got very long legs, and as you know, in that short distance, it's hard for us. So I go to the head instead. Scored 3 points. He struggled to the body, so head it is.
Ahead it is, and ahead he goes as we head towards, well, it will be the dying embers of this one, because Jack WOOLLEY needs a headshot of his own. It's a wonderful push kick. You get the feeling that will just tie the ribbon on the efforts of the young Irishman. He has a little look at the scoreboard, trying to go with a big reverse turning kick round the corner, but right on the buzzer. It was 1-2, the kisser from WOOLLEY. He tried it, but Mohamed JENDOUBI, he's got a bit of quality about him, Seri. He responded every time there was a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. He controlled that match, really. I mean, Jack WOOLLEY did have a little bit of control in that second round, but I think for me, from the start, JENDOUBI was just had that little bit of an edge.
Had the edge and has the spot in the final. Congratulations, of course, to Jack WOOLLEY. You mentioned the last time for Grand Prix success, as we see unsuccessful Serge Sambon saying no to the video review. So confirmation then, despite the best attempt there at that reverse turning kick, he couldn't reverse the fortunes. And it is JENDOUBI heading to the final with a final prayer there. He knows he was in a fight. Jack WOOLLEY